garden while the wreckage still was new. The serpent stood there in the silence, and I spoke my word to you. Not to them alone, but to the darkness I declared, the seed of the woman would crush your head, though you would strike his heel. It was the first light in the ruin, the first promise ever made. I was speaking of the coming, of the price that I would pay, while the pieces still were falling, while their fear was fresh and raw. I committed to their rescue, I committed to the cross. Not someday, not if they earned it, not when they were clean and bright. I made the vow right in the middle of their darkest night. From that hour every story carried echoes of my vow. Abraham upon the mountain, blood upon the door in Egypt now. David sang the songs of suffering long before the nails went in. Every priest and every prophet pointed to the day I'd win. I never waited for perfection, never waited for their best. I stepped into the broken story while their hearts were still distressed. Every shadow, every picture, every step along the way was the garden promise moving closer, closer every day. It found its way to Bethlehem, it found its way to Calvary. The heel was struck, the blood was spilled, but death could not hold me. The tomb is empty, I am risen, the promise still stands true. What I declared in all the I kept every word. The serpent's head is crushed forever, my heel still bears the scar. I am here, I am alive, and the promise holds for you. In the middle of your wreckage, I am coming. I am true. I made the promise while the pieces still were falling. I made the promise then, and I am still calling. The promise holds. The promise holds. The promise holds. I sent them from the garden while the wreckage still was new. The serpent stood there in the silence, and I spoke my word to you. Not to them alone, but to the darkness I declared, the seed of the woman would crush your head, though you would strike his heel. It was the first light in the ruin, the first promise ever made. I was speaking of the coming of the price that I would pay. While the pieces still were falling, while their fear was fresh and raw, I committed to their rescue, I committed to the cross. Not someday, not if they earned it, not when they were clean and bright. I made the vow right in the middle of their darkest night. I made a promise that day, and I meant every word. The serpent's head would be crushed, though my heel would be hurt. I was coming for my children, I was coming through the pain. What broke you in the garden would not have the final say. From that hour, every story carried echoes of my vow. Abraham upon the mountain, blood upon the door in Egypt now. David sang the songs of suffering long before the nails went in. Every priest and every prophet pointed to the day I'd win. I never waited for perfection, never waited for their best. I stepped into the broken story while their hearts were still distressed. Every shadow, every picture, every step along the way was the garden promise moving closer, closer every day. It found its way to Bethlehem, it found its way to Calvary. The heel was struck, the blood was spilled, but death could not hold me. The tomb is empty, I am risen, the promise still stands true. What I declared in all the ruin I have done for you. I made a promise that day, and I kept every word. The serpent's head is crushed forever, my heel still bears the scar. I am here, I am alive, and the promise holds for you. In the middle of your wreckage, I am coming, I am true. I made the promise while the pieces still were falling. I made the promise then, and I am still calling. The promise holds, the promise holds.